Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. We are here to talk about Nintendo. Now, I know I don't really do Nintendo videos on my channel. That's for a couple of reasons, which we're going to get into in a second. But first, Nintendo has sort of fallen from being the top video game company to the bottom. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Their ways of games are a lot different than what a lot of people will play. Now, I noticed that I don't really play Nintendo games that much, except for Pokemon on my DS, of course, because that's what I do. But I always do that. But I don't really play my Wii U that I have. And I think because they haven't really released that many good video games. And that's an honest thing. Now, I think that they have a couple things that they could do that maybe could improve themselves. And I think that the first thing that they need to do is not to release a new system like they're going to. That's a bad idea. The thing that they need to do is to get other companies back putting games on their systems. Because back years ago, you used to be able to play Madden and other EA Sports games on the system, because back then they also made NASCAR. I remember that. I remember playing NASCAR and Madden both on the Nintendo systems, because what I always had. So I think it was the GameCube that I actually played them on. So they need to get companies like that back, and they also need to take advantage of one thing that I'm using right now, YouTube. And the reason for that, and this is what this video is going to be about, people who make videos about Nintendo games, not like what I'm doing, actual video games like this, will get copyright strikes. This is if you are making, actually, even if you're not making money on them. Because I remember that a couple years ago, I made a couple videos and I got copyright strikes on them from Nintendo. The reason behind this is because Nintendo wants to make money off of YouTubers' videos. So, with companies, we'll take, for example, on my channel, I play GTA a lot. Rockstar lets me and every other YouTuber use the content from their game on the channels. Now, they could technically copyright and say, hey, you're using our stuff. But they don't. And it's smart on them, because whether you see a YouTuber maybe talking about a new car that came out in the game and you're like, hey, I want that car, then you might want to buy it, and they will make money off you buying shark cards. So they can do that. And the thing that Nintendo does, though, that's different, and also you might want to buy a video game. Before I go into what Nintendo does, how it's different, you might want to buy a video game. I bought 3 video games based off of seeing them in YouTube videos. 2 of them I liked, 1 of them was okay. I bought Just Cause 3, Fallout 4, and The Division, all because I've seen them in YouTube videos. To be honest, The Division had its moments when it wasn't that good. But Just Cause 3 and Fallout 4 have been great games, and I've seen them in YouTube videos, so the companies made money off of YouTubers recording content, putting it up, and of course YouTubers made money on it, but those companies made money by selling the games, because I bought them, because I've seen them from another YouTuber. And that's what Nintendo has this issue with. Less people are likely to make videos on Nintendo-based games. Now, of course, there's channels that do, but I believe it's almost 60% or 60 or 70% of the money that a YouTuber will make on a Nintendo video has to go to Nintendo, because of the way that they have a special thing that they won't copyright you if you give them that money. So if I want to make a video of Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, I would have to, now this is if I was making money, which I'm not at the moment. Maybe later I will, but at the moment I'm not making money on YouTube videos. And the thing that they do is that they copyright you because you're not part of their thing to give them money. And that's kind of crazy. So that means that less YouTubers are going to make it, which means that there's less likely of a chance that you might watch a video by a YouTuber with a Nintendo video, because there's not as many, and that you are going to maybe be less likely to see the content, which means you'll be less likely to maybe buy it. Because if you're playing a Nintendo game, okay, we'll take Mario Kart 8. It is a couple years old, but maybe you haven't played it. Maybe you're like, let's just watch a Mario Kart 8 video just for fun. And then you're like, well, that looks cool. Then you'll buy it. But you might be less likely to find a Mario Kart 8 video than you would be of another game, because there's less people playing it. And I think it's just stupid in general, because a lot more people might be able to make content on it if they did that. And also on their systems, they don't have a thing that will allow you to record content at all. I had, with Mario Kart 8, you can do it, but you have to go back into the system, find the race that you want, cut it down. You can't even put the full race. You have to put, I think, 60-second highlights, which I put on my channel earlier in the year in 2014. And that's all you can do. You can't even put the full race because it can't go on YouTube. I don't know why. But it's a terrible thing that they have as a system. And I think that honestly, if they fix that, they might become better. But the last thing that they need to do is, besides letting YouTubers make the videos without having to give them 70% of the money and copyrighting you if you don't, I think they need to change up some of their games. Okay, now I get Nintendo's a different company from PlayStation or Xbox, or you say Sony or Microsoft, in the way of what they do. And maybe Nintendo's not the company to put super violent games. Okay. Maybe Nintendo's not your company to have GTA 5. Okay. Or Fallout 4. But putting games that people are more likely to play on their PlayStation or Xbox and getting it for their systems. Like I said, they're a different company, so maybe they wouldn't necessarily do that. But if they did, people might be more likely to play it, because they would have people playing from maybe those games, and they might want to play a Mario game. Okay, maybe they want to play Mario Maker, and they're like, I want to play GTA. Okay, we'll say there's two games. You have to have two different systems to play those games. You either have to have a Wii U and either Xbox One or PlayStation 4. But if they were smart, they would have that, and then you just buy the game on their system. But like I said, maybe that's not the type of game that they're trying to put on their system, because if they did, they probably would. But I think that in general, Nintendo can definitely become a good company again, like they were years ago. So those are just some of my suggestions. But maybe Nintendo, if you're watching this, maybe put me in charge of the company. We'll do a very great job. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you check the links down below, and we'll see you guys in the next video.